All right. Welcome, everybody. Sorry for the delayed start, but we are ready to go. Right back at it. Episode 10 of the Age of Darkness campaign, titled Elections and Old Friends. Before we get started, we'll do a quick recap of the party's happenings before we took our extended break. On their way over to the planet of Ord Mantell, everything was going smoothly until a klaxon rang and a sudden shunt back to real space as you all collided with some floating cargo out in space on your way into the main system at Ord Mantell. Taking minimal damage to your ship, you were able or decided to turn back and collect said cargo and find out what it is you have found. And you all came upon a very large amount of refined spice, ready to be sold and used, already packaged, ready to go. Upon arriving at Ord Mantell, you immediately set out to make contact with Hinva Omo, mother to Onva Zikrath, party member Consular Nemoidian extraordinaire, played by the lovely Lonk.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm in
hyperspace. That'll happen. Upon meeting the diplomat or the senator, Hinva, you all met a new friend in. Oh my gosh, what is? Not in the right place, of course. You all made a new friend and acquired some work. Oh, and of course, he doesn't have his name on here. Avir, thank you. With your new party member and a job ready to go, you all are tasked with finding some information on arrival of Hinva Omo's. You go to the data tech offices, and there you all do a stakeout. And what was supposed to be a simple information gathering mission, you all decided to go right in and take the information, whether they were ready or not. Surprisingly, went off very well. You all were able to tunnel through the ground using Volk's constructors' implements and expertise. Underneath where a speeder car was above, you used your new friend Nibi Kiji's mechanics expertise to make your way through the speeder car and out undetected. And on your way through, you were able to get to where the data is stored without being found or without setting off any alarms. There were a couple close calls, but all in all, you were able to retrieve what you were sent to retrieve. And so, you were almost ready to go back. But those of you who were force sensitive could tell on the other side of the wall, there was something very powerful. From your scouting, you also knew that this was some sort of testing room where they do all kinds of tests on live and inanimate things. Worried that you might find something terrible, you open the door to see something very familiar to all of you, the hilt of some sort of saber. Multiple people went for it, but ultimately it ended up in the hands of Onva. And Onva kind of kept hold onto it as you made your way out back to the messenger, your Oh my gosh. Gazanti class, medium-sized cruiser. Back at the cruiser, you all were able to find out more information on the weapon that you found. You found out that it is indeed the axe of Darth Malgus. It has some pretty amazing properties to it, whoever decides to take hold. We ended after finding out the truth of this weapon and what powers it holds to go to sleep. The next day, you sought to head over to your employer, Hinva Omo, turn in the information you were sent to retrieve for her. But as you wake up in the morning, ready to go, the day is all yours. We have Onva, the Nemoidian consular, Volk, the Herglic engineer, Demur, the Tagorian guardian, and I almost said Poo-Poo Mike. Not far off, Pee-wee Etsapu, the Ratataki sentinel. But the time is yours as you wake up. If I remember correctly, Onva is still in possession of the item, but there was discussion out of session about who might be better suited to that. But what all would you like to do? Okay.
Hello. There we go. Perfect. We still first thing after resting then.
Yeah,
Right?
this is you all woke up. Oh, hey. You're finally awake.
Well, Volk was obviously up early making some of the worst food imaginable for everybody.
Yeah, so you all wake up to the slightly rancid smell of burnt experimental cooking that Volk tries. He's very determined to make something that you all like, and so he experiments more and more as he goes, trying to find the right combination.
Onfa will wake up and walk over to where that is, I suppose.
Sorry.
No worries. Looking at the ship, trying to see where kitchen would even be. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the other deck plan. It's not as high definition, but I liked it better. Yeah, so you walk down from the top level where all the bedding and rooms are. You go down. As you get closer to the kitchen, the smell gets stronger and stronger until it is so invasive that it almost makes you choke as you try to breathe. But you are able to manage through. You walk in, and the kitchen is starting to fill with smoke from the cooking. He forgot to turn the vent hood on.
Smoke? Can I just start force pushing and pulling all the like smoke out, just like force push? Just trying to like get some like flow through this room.
Yeah, let me just ask Volk really quickly. Where is Slimy?
Slimy would be in. I assume I have my own room in this ship.
Yes.
I don't see the ship layout.
Yeah, the top floor. I'm going to change it anyway, but on the old ship design, the top floor had like 12 to 20 rooms in it.
Well, she would be probably in the engineering bay.
Okay. Okay, well, that's far enough from here, so I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, you could totally start pulling smoke out of the kitchen area, and as you do, it starts to kind of fill up the hallways, and you see the smoke rise up towards the ceiling, and the smell doesn't quite start to go away yet, but you know that you're doing what's best for everybody in their lungs.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, Volk, why? Oh, my goodness.
As I remember correctly, you
Volk will
are
just
parked.
why don't you guys just hold your breath? That's what I'm doing. You can't hold your breath for hours on end? Oh, you should.
Food shouldn't. You shouldn't have to.
I'm trying a new recipe, and look, from what I've gathered, it makes a better fume gas. And I'm at this point. I'm just experimenting with how noxious I can make it. So pretty noxious.
To be honest, like what the fuck were you doing, man? Come on, like that was pretty noxious.
So in a way, mission accomplished. As I move more plants around in the frying pan that is just on fire.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Don't get it in your eyes. It stings.
Oh.
Onva, as you're pulling smoke out from the kitchen and trying to deal with this smell, I have two questions. One, where is the axe currently?
I wouldn't leave it out of my sight. I would take it with me.
So you have it on you? Okay.
Yeah, I'd have it on me.
Make a either wisdom or charisma saving throw.
Interesting. Oh my goodness, dice. Dice are a thing that exists.
Make it a... You're not really affiliated towards either side. No, you could do either.
Me? I am more affiliated with one side. They are different modifiers.
Yeah, they're close enough.
Intently watch him to see what modifier he...
That is the goal.
Yeah.
To leave it close enough. Okay. 17.
17? Okay. For a split second while you're doing this, you get the urge to lash out at Volk for his short-sightedness in creating such a stench in such an enclosed space. But the moment is fleeting.
That's just normal. Yeah.
All right. That's just normal.
Can I roll an insight check?
As you all eventually clear out the stench, you open up all the doors.
Can I
and
roll an
pop
insight
out
check
as
to see if Volk can tell?
Sure.
Could I would I know I felt it, right? And it didn't feel like
Don't worry.
It felt more intent. Like a lot of the times you're like I could strike out right now, but this was like I need like this.
And it was just
it's almost
a head in the back of my voice kind of an idea.
Just like unbridled anger at some, like usually you're like annoyed, but this is like fury.
Could I tell if it was like activated from me using the force or if it was
You were not sure.
just for me? Okay. What's your insight check?
Oh, I rolled an 11. Yeah, it's not a good.
Okay. not a
Onva
good-
seems just as annoyed as usual.
I thought you were gonna be like, "Can I try to hide it?" Certain. And I'm like, "Trust me."
I thought you
gonna
were
be like, "It's gonna be like, you don't have to." Chances are good.
As you all are eating your various meals, I assume nobody's actually eating what Volk made, but you're taking from the ration stores that you have.
Honestly, I kind of assume Demore is. I feel like
Demore actually.
Demore could take it.
Demore might.
I'll let Demore speak for himself.
I could, but I slept through all of this mess.
Okay, so you're still
Volk is
absent
like,
from this.
okay, fine. I'll put it aside for when Demore gets up. Man, I put it in like Tupperware, and then
You're all
seal the
eating
Tupperware hermetically.
There you go. You're eating and commiserating with one another about the prior evening's events. A lot of like, did you see when I did? Or, oh, that was a close call when the droid came out.
I almost killed a guy.
And I'm sure that Pee-wee makes a comment about the person or the persons engaging in extramarital affairs in the office.
They were boning.
Oh yeah.
Good for them. Fools was going cranky.
As Pee-wee says that, Anita walks in and greets you all. Good morning.
Immediately does like the like the mom just walked in kind of thing, where like she like starts to sit up a little bit more. Yeah.
And Anita, Pee-wee just taught me a new word.
Anita actually doesn't notice, but she walks in and greets you all.
Anita, Pee-wee taught me a new word.
What would that be?
Getting cranky? I don't. What was it?
That's 2 words.
Oh, I didn't.
We're getting cranky. There's no ifs, ands, buts, ors, and or whatever's about it. That was pretty serious.
It was because we saw 2 people and they were fornicating in like an office. And
Well,
Pee-wee said another word for that is getting cranky. So you watch as Folk writes that down in a data pad.
it seems like I've had my fair share of learning for today already, and the day's just begun.
You know, they do call me the E40 of the SS. I'm just saying.
Volk is...
Oh, I forgot the SS Assess is what y'all renamed the ship.
Oh yeah, I heard you call it the messenger. I was like,
That was the original. Sorry, yes, it is the SS Assess. You changed the.
I was a little confused, but I trusted you to remember better than me.
You shouldn't.
it's in case anybody asks, remember it's an exploration vessel.
Mm-hmm.
For reconnaissance
Yes.
purposes.
Assessing, exactly. Well, I take it that you all are enjoying a nice fine morning after your successful evening. I must say I'm truly impressed by the fact that all of you were able to complete this mission without doing too much with the Force. I could hardly sense you, and I was concentrating. I think you all
I
are...
tried that thing. I tried that trick we do.
Good. Do you think you are...
I didn't want to interrupt Onva. Go ahead.
I think it helped.
Well, that's good. Do you think you will need some more training on it? You know my doors are always open.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, I guess, but yeah.
Well, if you ever find the time, you know where I will be. I will say that whenever you decide to go back to the Viridian Tower Hotel and visit your mother, I would like to be present for that meeting.
Well, we have to give her the data, so.
Yes, I figured that it would be sometime today or tomorrow, but I do not pretend to know all of your goals. I'm still getting to know each and every one of you.
I don't want to be a tattletale, but Nibikiji shot someone when we were at the compound, and I had to just barely save their life. They were an intern.
I appreciate you doing what you thought was right, Volk, but...
His look of fear haunts my dreams. I saw the light fade from his eyes.
I can't imagine the fear... that young Nibby felt in order to feel that taking the life was so necessary. Have you ever seen the face of a Jawa before?
I'm gonna be honest, I've lived with you my entire life. You pretty much know where I've been, what I've done. Feel like this was a loaded question that you knew the answer to in the beginning, but I'll play along. No.
You are becoming wise, young Volk. I'm glad to see you growing in such ways. It is encouraging. I was only going to say that the face of a Jawa is one of the rarest sights in the galaxy, and the privileged few who have experienced it would know how expressive they can be.
Volk is going to try incredibly hard to catch Nibikiji with his hood down now. It's like Volk get the...
Hey, Nibikiji, the shower is in here if you need it. And if you need someone to watch your robes to make sure nobody steals them, I'm your guy.
Hey,
Nibby.
Nibikiji, what's that right up there, huh?
Shines flashlight into hood.
Hey, real quick, can you look into this flashlight see how the light bulb is doing in there?
Turns it on. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Well, that is all. I just wish to inform you all of my intentions to join you.
Where is Nibiki? That is actually an important question. If he's not going to be here, is he going to be here? Is something...
Right now, he's in his storage hole.
What do we do with the spice? Is it secured? Or is he just off doing spice? He's small. He can't do that much spice. We'll be fine.
I don't know. He seems like he can do a lot.
I feel like he might
What's
be able
the
to do a
worst
lot
that could
of
happen?
So, you probably would go... I assume that you actually would go looking for Nibby after finding out that information.
Probably.
Oh, 100%.
That his face would be expressive. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Honestly, I'm going to look for Nibikiji because I was just told that he's in storage. So I'm solely going to make sure he's not getting into the packaging that Volk has been working on.
Okay.
But yes, also, I do want to see his face now. So, sorry, roll a what?
Perception.
Oh, not great. Not horrible, though. If I had a d20 available. There we go. 10.
Okay, so as you walk up to the storage area, at first glance, as you walk in, you don't really see anything, but you remember that you do have a nice little smuggler's bay. And so as you go to check where that is, you see Nibikiji on the door, holding on to where it separates to get into that area, and he's just trying with all of his might to get it. And as you walk up, his strength fails him, and he falls backwards onto his back and immediately rolls over and gets up.
He was trying to close it or open it?
He was trying to open it.
Oh, I'll obviously help him with that.
Open it? To where the spice is?
Yeah, I'll walk up and go like, oh, hey, you need help there, little buddy? And I'll like go to open it and I'll go, wait a second. What do you want to do to this spice?
He just kind of like looks down and kind of shuffles his feet. And through his translator it says, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Volk. Here, honestly, I'm gonna roll for it. Volk goes, okay. Yeah. Based off the last time I had with you, he like closes and locks the pet. We're gonna any distribution of spice is gonna have to go through me. So if you need spice, you're gonna have to come to me. I'll have like a log book where you can check out spice, but there is a return policy. So we're expected back a full return of said spice. You can look at it or do whatever. What do people do with spice again?
Volk,
Yes.
you can't just leave him locked in there.
I don't have him locked in.
Scarf.
No, he's trying to get into it.
Oh, you locked the spice.
Yeah, I locked the spice up. Volk
So
made
he
a good
can't get
decision
into
here.
it, yeah.
Gotcha.
Volk will actually go like, okay, here, I'll start the logbook here now. 1 package of spice checked out to Nibikiji. Perfect. And I'll reach in the thing and give him 1 thing of spice. Perfect. And then when you return that, you'll just cross your name off the logbook.
He's already, as soon as you hand it to him, he's like turning around and darting towards his storage hole, and you just hear his vocoder say, "Yeah, right. Return. Right. Yes. Return soon."
Can I force pull it out of his hands?
Did you go with them?
I already go off to do something else. But
yeah.
Oh, I would have
did?
stopped him.
Yeah. I mean, roll. You're just doing force, push, pull the cantrip.
Mm-hmm. Or disarm if that's better, whichever.
Do disarm.
Okay.
You like remove his arms.
Well, I figured because then he gets a strength or dex save. He gets to choose.
Well, I mean, do whichever one you would rather do, but
You disarm.
Yeah, I'll do disarm. He gets to choose a strength or dex save. And it is being carried, so he has advantage.
So he has advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He has to beat 13.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he passes.
Not crazy.
So you try to pull it, and as you try to pull it from his hands, he's already diving into where his little hole is. So as you pull it, you do manage to move him slightly as you try to pull the package from his hands. He holds onto it tight so it doesn't go anywhere, but he smacks into the wall. And then just for a second, he's kind of dazed and then crawls in and closes the door. You just hear immediate sounds of spice usage. You can mark off.
Like rolls her eyes at that point. Yeah.
You can mark off 1/64th of a ton of spice.
He'll return it.
Or whatever.
No, he's not going to return it.
He's just going to return the spice.
Well,
So,
just for now, mark
yeah.
it off, just so if you sell it,
I'll
you
put it
know
back
that you
when
don't
he
have
returns
that
it.
one yet. Yes, exactly.
Crew. We don't have the spice on our cargo crew. Add cargo. New loot. Edit.
Bulk is just like, well, that's an idea. Why don't we, instead of selling this spice, make like a spice library where people can check out spice and return it at their leisure so they don't have to buy it. There's got to be a market there for it.
So it's like a bunch of tons. Each ton is the 64th, and how many tons do we have?
You had 60 tons of cargo worth 560 credits each. Not each ton. I'll have to look up how much it was worth, but you had 60 tons at first.
Okay, 60 tons, and each ton is 64.
And
Yeah.
he's smoked a whole ton of spice.
2. He smoked 2 now.
Not a ton.
Right?
He smoked like while y'all didn't know he was
Before we
there,
found-
he used like 4 or 5 packages. So I would say by this time he's used like 7 packages
Okay.
of a full 62 or 64
Okay. So
ton.
quantity
Wild place, you know.
833.
Space be wild and
We can edit the price when we get back to that.
Yep. All right. So what all?
Oh, and how much does it weigh? Is 1 ton? I guess a ton.
It weighs a ton. So it weighs 60 tons.
We-
60,000 pounds.
Shut up.
we're gonna obviously take Anita and go turn in the quest with
Here we go.
Ami Onva.
Okay. Who all are you going to take with you?
You don't have to say that.
Just
Just by looking at it, maybe Onva.
Big Sister Onva, Vol.
Alright, let's calm down here.
Uh,
Demur and Pee-wee. Maybe just those ones. And Anita.
and Anita. We have a Jedi Master.
Just to
So,
pick a couple.
Anita and the 4 here. Nobody else?
And
No Azgato, no Nibby.
Nibby's a bit of a wild card. We gave him a
yeah.
pound of
They stay.
spice that'll
They
keep
stay
him
to watch the
occupied.
ship and Neeby.
Naya stays to
I'm gonna
watch. Nibby stays.
maybe I lock like that panel that Nibby lives in while we're out.
Lock him in.
See, that's what I'm saying.
with a
Give
pound
him
of
your
spice.
food. So
Yeah,
that he has...
I'll give him some food. Just like, put it in there,
Your
open the
food.
Tupperware, just like a fucking sleep grenade. He's out cold with a pound of spice. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fine with Esgato, but like, also Esgato's the pilot, so it might be nice to have Esgato stay in case we need to go. Like, hey, bring the ship around.
Yeah, no problem. You can. I mean, I just wanted to make sure we remembered who all was on the ship.
Yeah, so
Avir as well.
Avir could come with us.
Avir can come with us.
Avir and Envy, the tracker
He
droid.
also probably has the data. Of all of us, he's probably the one who has it. So
I would
Either him or
probably be
Volk.
me.
yeah.
For who's here's sake, let's say that he gives it to Volk
Okay.
on the way over. Okay, so you all are going to
Wow.
make your way over to the Viridian Tower Hotel.
Yeah.
Correct, Amunda.
All right, so
Did anyone
go.
wake me up, or am I still sleeping?
We wake you up. Come on.
Okay, then I'm with them.
Hey,
okay.
I go into your room. I go, Demur.
How did he sleep through all 4 of Falk's morning announcements?
Come on. We're gonna go get paid.
Okay.
There's the morning pre-announcement. There's the morning announcement. There's the
Good
post-announcement.
morning. Waking up this morning is a cool, I don't know how dates work in Star Wars, but it's a cool so-and-so morning here on Ord Mantell. The temperature out right now is 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and the music I have chose to wake you up today to is jizz. It's just smooth jazz starts playing.
Onva's door wakes up, opens. It's always jizz.
I have 2 tracks. One of them is jizz. The other is Herglick death metal, or rage
There you
metal.
go.
Rage metal.
Jizz for me, please.
The evening track is the rage metal. How we wind down for an evening.
Let me do.
Of course.
Give me a second here. Sorry. Still Still figuring out how to do this.
Funny.
Be fast.
One of the reasons you can assume Volk is so loud is because his music of choice is so loud. He is irreparable ear damage.
For sure.
Is that not?
Play. I don't think we have a.
We do.
Not in this channel.
Oh, that's it. Where are you, Fred Boat?
Good morning to those late risers, those sleeping in and yet to come out of their holes and greet the day. This is your radio host.
More streams.
I guess
getting him!
Okay, sorry, I guess the music player is not in here anymore.
It's
fine. So, you all are going to head over from the space station to the Viridian Tower Hotel. You know that this is a trip that takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on, if you're walking. You can, of course, rent some kind of transportation if you'd like to, but right now you all are short on the way of credits, but bountiful in the way of spice. So
you see on the side of the road, Volk is trying to haggle with a taxi driver using a blaster droid arm. He goes, come on, this is top of the line. As long as you don't mind a couple of broken joints here or there. It's great stuff. I'm sorry, I don't know what language you're speaking.
Yeah, the taxi driver is just a human male, but as you walk up and open the door and try to offer the robotic blaster arm as payment, he looks at you and his eyes go wide and you see his skin flush as he sticks his hands up and says, hey, no, I just work here, man. I don't even own this thing. Please, please don't. No. Oh God, you're big. Hey, just
walks
get
by,
your friend.
I've been told
grabs the back of his
known
leg.
as a gentle giant. I feel like this reaction wasn't necessary for a simple trade of commerce. You have lost a customer today, sir. And
as you're getting pulled away.
Regret it.
You're not even getting pulled away. Onva's like pulling on your arm, and Anita is trying to push you, and you're walking under your own power away.
I've clearly made the guy uncomfortable. I'm just politely walking away.
Yeah.
Hey, next time, don't point a robotic blaster arm at people.
You see, I have like 6 more on my back. I'm just trying to get rid of them at this point.
Does anybody
use them?
As you're walking through the city of Ord Mantell, does anybody need a refresher on the city?
The guy do.
Yes.
Yeah. So, where is it? There we go. So the city is broken up into 6 districts. You have the northeastern corner, the Calora District. It's where the Ord Mantell City Space Station is, where you all are from. It's a fairly wealthy district with lots of entertainment and educational opportunities to partake in for the right price. The Galactic Embassy is built in that area, housing the Galactic Senator assigned to this planet, who you all would know to be Asi Keje, the man who you stole information about.
That buster.
Mm-hmm. As well as his various staff and security team. The general population on the street is a majority of humans as you get away from the space station, with the occasional alien not uncommon but fairly infrequent. So you all kind of stick out a bit as a majority alien group. By saying majority, I mean all of you.
Okay.
Except for Anita. Just below that, in the southeastern corner, is the Viat district, known as the Industrial District. The majority of the space is taken up by the data tech offices and the fuel refinery. Residents of this area put up with 24-hour noise of the refinery, as well as the low-quality air and water associated with industrial sectors across the galaxy. The population inhabiting and roaming in this sector is about 50-50 human to alien races. In the center is the Central District, known as the shopping district, and has little to no housing. What is there is like, you have the business on the first and second floor, and then above that is like a couple residential units, but not necessarily the most attractive places to live, just because of all the foot traffic. People who inhabit this district are amongst the wealthiest in their area, having the best views of the city and the landscape alike in their high-rise condos and private suites. So, never mind, I was wrong. I wrote something else. It is fairly attractive to live there, but only the select few get the opportunity and can afford it. The important landmarks here include specialized vendors, the bank, speeder circuit, the central market. If you have anything to acquire through pay or trade, looking at Volk, Central District is where you want to go. The southwestern corner is the Calora District, known as the People's District. Currently primarily controlled by the Black Sun crime syndicate, inhabitants of this sector enjoy living life without the oppressive, ever-watching Imperial patrols and checkpoints plaguing the majority of the city. The population of this sector accept the inevitable rise in theft, violence, and crime in general as the cost of living life outside Imperial control. Traveling in and out of this district is monitored, but the Imperials dare not make a move against the territory of the Black Sun for fear of inciting all-out conflict on the streets. And last, and most important, is the Imperial District, located in the northwestern corner of the city. This district houses some of the most important buildings in the city, including the Lantillion Estate. Earl Lantillion is the owner of Lantillion Shipwrights, a well-known and highly renowned starship manufacturing company specializing in medium and larger craft, erring on the side of luxury and hauling. Other important locations are Imperial Headquarters, where an ISD, Imperial Star Destroyer, imposes its shadow over the city, a symbol of control and superiority. They also have the Imperial Warehouse, the ISB Headquarters, which is Intergalactic Security Bureau, Imperial Security Bureau, and the Power Station, which is under 24-hour guard and patrol by stormtrooper squadrons. And that is the quick overview of the city.
Right.
So you all walk through on your way there, from the Tayara District through the Central District straight into the Imperial District. You have been to, where your heist was in the Viat District, and you've been to the Calora District to try and offload the spice onto the leader of the Black Suns, who was a little suspicious about where you received said spice. But yeah, so it takes you all... are you moving quickly or just normal paced, or are you trying to be stealthy? What do y'all think?
Does it look like there's anyone following us?
Make a perception check.
Haley, come upstairs now.
Afraid of these.
Now.
Ah,
Hey, you too.
no. Perception 5.
Yeah, as far as you know, the streets are really crowded and busy. People do kind of part to let you all go by because they, don't want to be too close to the giant Herglick man, the gentle giant, but still giant. But it doesn't seem like anybody's tailing you. You don't notice anybody watching you, and you don't. The important thing is you don't feel the feeling of being watched. That everybody, after a while, you're like, what the heck's going on? That never pops up in your head.
I'm just walking through the streets going, you know what I always thought cities would be? Big cities like this, I thought they'd be crowded. They're not that crowded,
There's like plenty of arm space, and I'll just like hold out my arms and swing them around with enough space too, because everybody's avoiding me.
Yeah, as you go to do that, people take it a step even further back at the sudden movement of your arms going out. But after people realize that you're just kind of like speaking animatedly with your hands, that they kind of go back to the normal amount of space that they were giving you, which is still plenty. But yeah, you get towards the Imperial District. On your way there, you know, go through the little checkpoints and you pass by a couple patrols, but nobody really takes note of you. You do get some looks from the patrols, but they don't pull you over or anything. They recognize you as the new employees to Hinva Omo,
I wave at
her security patrol.
They're staring at us.
As you wave at a pair of guards walking by, they kind of see you, and one of them kind of like moves his eyebrow, like squints at you, and then looks over to the other guy. You just see him talking to him. He's like,
they seem nice. I like them.
yeah, this is like a guard patrol, not necessarily in stormtrooper gear, but definitely an Imperial security.
That's probably nothing.
All right. Huh, for some reason my pictures for the NPCs aren't coming in. Let me see. Yeah, hers isn't in here either. Let me see if I could change it. But you all make it to the Viridian Tower Hotel, and you're able to get in fairly easily now, especially because they know who you are.
I wave to everybody as we enter. Hello. Hi, it's us from earlier.
The two guards at the front are different than the ones that were there when you first came in.
You don't remember us, but we're from earlier.
I wasn't here.
But that's what I said first.
I hold up a hand to Volk.
I have a good memory. I didn't recognize him.
I hold it up farther.
Oh.
It's like, stop. We're here for Hinva Omo.
All right, let me just make sure she's ready for you.
Did you mention earlier?
I just shoot a look at Volk.
He just takes a second as he puts his hand up to his ear, and you hear him say, "Oh, got visitors for Omo?" Yeah, it's that rowdy bunch that tried to cause problems. They didn't cause problems, though, I don't think. What? No. Not now? Now. Now? Okay. Alright, they'll be right up. Yeah, he turns back to you. Hinva doesn't want to see you. Just kidding. And he moves aside. He looks. His friend starts to sneer at him, his buddy. He goes, "What, man? I mean, the day goes by so slow. I got to get by somehow."
He tried so hard not to say from earlier on that phone call.
I press the button to go up.
Yeah. You get into the hotel, and I'm almost done fixing the tokens. Update token.
Hey, this is that song I played for the morning announcements. Playing in the elevator.
You played them elevator music, yeah.
I again, only 2 tracks.
It's like definitely knockoff Cantina Band. All right. Cool.
Long elevator.
All right. You get up the turbo lift, and it opens up to the amazingly decorated platform, windowed walls all around. You have a great view of the city, and as you walk up, Hinva is already out there, ready to meet you. Let me get everybody organized here into a nice little groupy group. And drag you all over here. All right. As you walk out, you see the older Nemoidian female, Hinva Omo, light green skin, wearing her beautiful gold Nemoidian neck piece that accentuates her long neck sticking up, her red alien eyes looking at you as her headdress flares out light blue. And as she hears the turbo lift open, you see she's standing kind of on the edge here against the glass looking out, and she turns to face you all. Oh, it seems like you all have got something for me. Quickly, let's go inside and
I go in
get
for
somewhere.
a hug. Like, I just go in, going for a hug. And I'm going to sleight of hand slip her the information.
Alva just walks past.
Oops. Let me, can you roll a sleight of hand check?
Yes, sir. I say that every time. Was it? Dog shit?
I wasn't looking.
16.
Oh,
16.
it's fine. It's fine. Hinva is like caught off guard and confused by your sudden approach, and you go up and hug her, and you slip the data pad into her pocket. She doesn't realize as she opens the door into the foyer for you all to start hurrying in. Onva's way past you, already going in. And as she calls in after you all, she says, go into the dining room. I'm worried that the conference room is potentially compromised. Not compromised. Go to the library. Let's go to the library. As you all move. Oops.
Bulk is just gonna go, I don't know why a place being compromised would actually matter or anything, because we're just here to, catch up about, how I am, the best friend to your daughter, and we're all, best friends with your daughter. How you just love us so much.
Volk, give me an insight check.
It's just for Hinva here.
Yeah, nobody else is that you've seen so far walking in. 13?
Correct.
Yeah, as you speak to Hinva, it looks as if she's paying attention and listening. She's nodding every once in a while. Kind of, oh yeah, mm-hmm. As she leads you all into the library, where you see just shelves on shelves of books separated into fiction and nonfiction, and there's a whole section on political history and speech writing, election tactics, all kinds of things that you would expect a successful senator to have. Even though she's past her prime in terms of her political power, she definitely has the knowledge. You can all gather. As you all enter into the library and she gets you all settled at some chairs she had set out, she addresses the lot of you. So, according to the news, it seems that the data tech labs and offices have had some sort of security breach.
Oh no, what could have happened there?
I was hoping you all could tell me.
Nope, not a clue.
Roll a deception check.
Sorry, let me pull up my sheet.
We were just having a sleepover with your daughter and our best friend, Onva.
Jeez. Yeah. That roll combined with her nat 20, and Diplomat's stats, she kind of looks at you, Demur, and then squints and says, "Let's adjust a bit. What did you all do? Were you found out? And do you have what I asked for?"
Yeah.
There's so much for plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Trust me, Demur. I've hired my fair share of mercenaries, and I can always tell when one is trying to get one past me.
I plead the fifth.
If we were to have been a part of such a thing, I'll tell you, there's a possibility somebody might have seen some sort of familiar face to something in this room. Maybe like a low-down intern on the totem pole, or like a droid. Wait, we like completely dismantled the droids. I mean, hypothetically, there was some dismantling of droids.
So, you were found out? What is the extent of your mishaps?
There was an intern that hypothetically might have gotten shot, but then miraculously also didn't die at the same time. Funny how that works. And some alarms went off. It was late at night. Hypothetically, point is, if information was gathered, and there was any sort of data pad to go around, you should be able to avoid quite a bit of knowledge in this case, as you had no such part in this plan, you know what I mean?
Well, here's my problem, Volk. You know how, when you walked up today, the guards knew who you were. You are known security personnel for my detail. If you were seen, let me put it this way. You are likely the first and only Herglick that any of these folk would ever come in contact with.
I mean,
so, especially the motley crew of you, what a Nemoidian, kind of common around here, but paired with the Togorian, the Herglick, and Radataki. And that's just those of you standing in front of me. Now, Avir is well known in this area, but I can trust him not to be seen. So I ask again, what is the extent of how blown was your cover?
I think I told you.
This intern, were they damaged to an extent where they would have trouble recalling the events of last night? You said it was near fatal.
Yeah, he was pretty much dead He got a good whopping. And we, avoided all cameras and dismantled all droids we came in contact with. In that sense.
So, how certain are the lot of you that you were not followed, you were able to get away unscathed?
I will give her an exact percent that I will calculate in my head, which is roughly, I would assume, like in the 70s.
Roll 2 sets of percentile die.
Okay.
Or 2d100.
Higher or keep lower?
It's at advantage.
Okay.
Because even though you're not really describing it very well... those weren't great rolls.
68% is what I said.
I assume that's what you want.
That doesn't seem very sure. Avir, what's your observation on the events of last night? And Avir will calmly say, well, I think we did a pretty good job. The big man tells the truth. We took care of anyone who saw us, and then we took care of them, made sure there weren't any casualties. So even if this does come back to you, which it shouldn't, everything should be fine. All right, that's good to hear.
What was the information we gathered from? Like, do we exactly know? It was just. Like,
she told you that the little data chit that she gave you would instantly run a program to find the information she needed.
Okay.
So it
wasn't like comprehensive, like all his business files. Right?
No, it wasn't like just download all of his stuff. Yeah, it was specifically looking for something. It's totally plausible. Well, actually, if Avir had it all night and then gave it to you this morning, then you wouldn't have had the chance to check it. So I can ask Avir if he would have checked it, but that is not something I would know now. So after finding out that you all are fairly certain you weren't figured out, she says, so, where is the package?
I look towards Volk.
Again, I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, but if there
Volk,
were something
this
that were
room is
handed
safe.
over, I think it's best to know you can easily put it off as, stashed by some crazy, big herglick from the boonies. Check your pocket.
She was looking really confused as what she expected to be a simple, like, here it is, was a little more long-winded, and she checks. She's actually got a few pockets in this dress that you really didn't notice, and she checks through, but
if we were caught, which I was leading to, and it was, led back to the Herglick in town, technically, you did not receive that from me. It was stashed upon your person, maybe somewhere within camera sight.
Plausible deniability. I take you for granted, young Herglick. Thank you.
Hey,
Your riddles are confusing, but your actions are honorable.
More strategic. I'm not still getting a grasp on honor.
Well, I'm glad you all were able to do this so quickly, because this will come in very handily as we move closer towards the elections this season. But I do have one more piece of information I'd like to share with you all. If you are not in a hurry, this may take a bit.
I just look towards Anita.
Anita doesn't say anything, but just kind of puts her hand up like, it can wait. Well, I take your silence as eager to hear what I have to say, so I'll just get to it.
Sorry, I thought that was directing it directly at Anita. I agree.
Yeah. No, she wasn't saying directly. She was just saying to all of you, like, if you're not in any kind of rush. So I sent contact out to my contact, and I was actually able to receive something back. But I would caution any kind of haste in this matter. We do have a certain code to get through to make sure that neither of us has been compromised, and in order to keep my anonymity and their safety in mind, I'd like to get through all of that code. It may take a couple days, several days, depending on the frequency of the messages, as well as if they are receiving at the time that it is sent. That being said, I'm hopeful that once contact is established, I can connect the two of you and see what you all can do together. That being said, all of this is imperative on... All of this is relying on one simple thing. It is a simple solution, but potentially a more complicated problem for you all. As she walks over towards her little desk, she puts the data chip that you gave her into one of her consoles, and you just see, it's facing away from you, but you see it light up and you see stuff start to happen. Good. So, as I said earlier, the election is in just a few days, this weekend to be exact, actually. So we have 5 days to make me... what did I call it? Make me the Congress representative for Ord Mantell. Currently, that seat is being held by Asi Keje, but with the help of this information you retrieved from me and some other tasks I need done, hopefully we can get me to the top of the polls. Well, yes, and so I need you all to sway the opinions of the public for me. There is much that I can do, but there is much that needs to be done on the side. I have thought of some different strategies that we can all engage in together, and some which I do not want to be a part of at all, but would definitely be helpful for them to happen. We have everything from speaking to the people to digging up more dirt on my rivals, but let me lay it out for you as it is. Right now, Asi Keje is polling at about 40-45%, depending on which news station you're asking. And that leaves very little room for the rest of us. Oh my fucking god. 1 second. Sorry, my cat decided to go behind my computer screens again. Asi Keje has the lead. That leaves very little room for the rest of us in the polls, as well as a tough mountain to climb. I'm hoping that with this information getting out, it'll bring me up much further. But currently, Asi's at about 45% of the poll. Grin Nandar, the third-party candidate, he's a Bothan. He's polling at 13.6%. There's a Nabooian female who lives here. Her name is Saite Cross, and she is polling currently at about 25%. And that leaves me, Hinva, as bringing up the rest at only about 26% is what I'm hoping to be polling at after releasing this information. As I said, Asi is one of the main party candidates. He is married and has 2 children. What you all retrieved for me was actually a tape showing his lack of commitment to his family, to say the least. But he's current. Oh, what's
Going.
Oh. She kind of squints her eyes at you a little bit. Anyway, he will probably be the easiest to find dirt on. He's been acting as the Galactic Senate Congress representative for the past 3-4 terms. Then there's Grin Nandar. He's the Bothan. He is unmarried, probably the youngest Bothan to run for political power or position here on Ord Mantell. But like I said, he is a third-party candidate. He's fairly new to the political scene, but he is more of a celebrity type. He doesn't have any dirt found yet, but I do know that he was quite active in the fraternity life when he was in college, so plenty of things to look for there. Now, the Nabooian, Saite Cross, she is married to a Kaminoan woman named Lee Guvau. She is also a main party candidate. She's actually from the same party I belong to, the more Republic-leaning party. She is one of my main competitors as she takes votes away from my base. She's a lifelong politician, just as I am. Actually used to be friends back in the day, but as we've both fallen out of political favor, we've unfortunately had to turn against one another. Her most well-known policies are ones that have further divided the working class and the wealthy, and I could definitely say that those in the industrial districts would be less likely to favor her. As for the things that I need done, make sure you take notes. I don't like to repeat myself. Like I said, you could do...
kind of nudge Volk with my elbow.
Wait, what?
She said, make sure to take notes because she doesn't like to repeat herself.
Just for the tasks. I need you all to sway public opinion on me. Nothing can strengthen a politician's influence more than the public believing in what they say. I would like you to try and influence the public's view on me, or obviously in a positive way, or on my opponents in a negative way. Depending on who you want to go after will determine what areas you might want to campaign in. This can be as simple as handing out flyers, hanging up flyers, handing out pamphlets. It could also be talking directly to people. We do have some events organized that I will be speaking at, and for those I will need a security detail just to keep me safe, of course. There's always people trying to get the better of one another, especially during election season. Particularly thinking of Asi Keje. He will hopefully be moving down in the polls, and there's nothing better than to capitalize on that momentum.
Okay,
you
I'm
are-
sorry. Can I stop you here real quick?
Yes.
Anita, correct me if I'm wrong. This all sounds like a horrible idea, right? I feel like we should be removing ourselves from the risk of public interactions as much as possible, as of our nature as one of the most sought after and hunted people in the galaxy.
Well, Volk, while that is true, I think it is important to remember that an air of secrecy and deceit is a useful tool, although not one that the Jedi should lean on, but one that would benefit them and their safety. I think if you all are able to do this without being discovered, it would be a major milestone in your growth. I am not necessarily for it, but I wouldn't say I'm against it either.
Right. Okay, I just, I see this, security detail idea going, pretty poorly for us. You know, not being able to use our full potential without getting more on our tail. Look, I'm just running some simulations in my head, you know?
Well, Hinva interrupts you. When I say security detail, I'm not talking assassination attempts. I'm talking civil unrest, items thrown.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
The debates get heated, but the people here are fairly civil, as long as the Black Sun gang don't show their faces, but they're fairly removed from politics in the area as long as we leave them be and give them their sector. That is not something I wish to disrupt currently.
Okay. That's fair.
But you bring up a good point, Volk. Now, this is not something that I want to be tied to me or my employees at all, but if there were some kind of gang, let's just call them the Red Moon Gang.
That's similar to a gang we had some dealing. Never mind.
I'll let you connect the dots. But if you were to convince some of their people to use their ranks and influence the opinions of the public themselves, then that would be able to keep you all removed from the situation. And you could do that in a multitude of ways, whether they are speaking positively against me or claiming or causing chaos and claiming they are doing the work of others. Either way, this is not something you have to always do personally. There can be a bit of discreetness about it. But getting back to Mr. Keje, I think it would be important in this time to capitalize on what is about to happen to him. Hopefully by the end of this conversation we'll know about how effective it will be, but if you were to tail him and find other aspects of his life that are unsavory, it might be beneficial to you all.
Camera change.
Yep, camera change. What's up, Nibby?
Sorry.
No worries.
I totally.
It's all good. It's been a while.
And then I wasn't paying attention to Discord today.
Because it's Wednesday, yeah. That's why I wasn't going to, blow you up. I was like, I'll tag him, but if he wants to take his day off, I'll let him take his day off, too. Just to catch you up real quick, you all were on the ship for a bit. Volk cooked some stinky food. Nibby took another 64th of a ton of spice and is on the ship currently. They're all at the Viridian Tower Hotel, turning in the data and receiving a new mission.
I put Nibby's name on a logbook for you to return the spice when you're done using it.
You're currently using
Nibby said something along the lines of like, return. Yes, sure, definitely. Yes, return later.
So I will be coming to collect the spice at some point. You will never know when. It'll be when you least expect it.
Nice.
Volk begins the plot to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right. But yeah, what I was saying is just follow Asi Keje, dig up dirt on him. That's one thing you all could do. Already said.
Sorry, what's his name?
Asi, A-S-I, Keje, Keje. And he is the Iktoshi man. He is currently the active Galactic Senate Congress representative. Something else you all could do for me is create a bit of political infighting. If you were able to produce some sort of doctored content of Asi Keje undercutting other politicians and working against them, and leak this information to certain stations, I'm sure it will turn public opinion and start getting my opponents to fight against one another. If they are focusing on each other, that will put me in a better light. Going back to the potential security detail, of course I will have to be doing some political tours in the coming days. It'll be important for me to take advantage of the polls changing in such a way, and I will want to sway the voters on the fence to my side. So I will make a show of doing all the things, holding rallies, calling for people to do the votes, kissing babies, everything. Even giving out some swag bags I've gotten prepared. As she goes behind her, she's got a bunch of string bags that say Hinva for GSCR.
You just see
Team
Volk
Ogo.
write down, protect Hinva on baby kissing mission.
There you go. Other things, I mean, there's nothing that money can't buy. If you were to find and bribe some opposing campaign managers to fumble a bit on their candidates' public appearances, changing dates, times of events, missing meetings, posting ineffectual publicity, that sort of thing. That would definitely sway things.
Oh, DB pick me. Oh, I can do it.
You all are surprised at the fact that Nibby Kiji actually followed you from the ship all the way here without you noticing.
But you there?
No, you weren't technically, but I was okay with you following them and being there, so I think that you...
He just has like a line of white powder under his nose or whatever the fuck spice looks like.
Accurate. Spice can be ingested in many ways.
Oh, yeah.
And one last thing I thought of, but of course anything you come up with that will swing the polls would be good as well. Make sure you run it by me or at least Avir.
Neeby just pulls out his gun and cocks it.
No. Nothing that gets back to me. Okay?
He quietly puts his gun back away, looking slightly sad.
As long as it doesn't get back to me, you'll be fine. If you were here, you also heard them talking about how you killed somebody, but Volk stabilized them so that they wouldn't be dead.
I also snitched to Anita on you.
Nice.
The last thing. Good old-fashioned campaign ad. Obviously, I'll need to be there for it, but anything from a smear campaign against one of my opponents or a supportive ad about myself and my platform, getting television out there is important. That is what I have for you all. Anything that you can think of, like I said, run by me or at least run by Avir. He has been working with me for quite some time, and I trust his judgment. Slightly.
Can I
Yep.
make an insight check on my mother to see if she really needs like the extra time to get this contact for us, or if she's trying to just use us for her personal gain?
Yeah.
Would I have advantage because she's my mother and I'm used to her doing this to me my entire life? Maybe? Pause chat.
Sure. I'll say that you have
Okay.
advantage.
Hell yeah. We love that for me. Ooh, 21.
Wow.
Ungva-
Okay, let me
Ungva
see
just
what
quietly
her...
watching in the back of the room the whole time.
So, with a 21, as you look at your mother and hear her giving out all these things that she wants you all
Throughout
to
the whole
do,
time. That's
it's
something.
starting to remind you of when you stayed at home and, your parents didn't ask much of you. They wanted you to stay out of trouble, but occasionally your mom would disguise chores or household things that she wanted you to do, or disguise these kinds of errands as chores or household things that need to happen. But there was always a look in her eye when that was happening. And for whatever reason, that look isn't there. You're not sure if it's because she really does need the time, or if she is playing her best politician's face. It has been, as far as I remember, you and your parents haven't been close for a long time, so even if you lived here, there wasn't like daily interaction. It was maybe like once every few days you'd see each other pleading as you're like leaving and she's coming home or something. So I would say that you are unsure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so just to be clear, doctoring content on Asi Kage is going to make me a better Jedi?
Anita speaks up. It might not necessarily make you a better Jedi, but it will make you a more useful operative. Now, Hinva, I do
start
have
making
some
a deep fake.
I do have some questions for you, specifically about this contact of yours. Do you think I'd be able to stay as my Padawans go out and get started on their tasks? No, not at all. Do any of you have any questions for me before we get out? Onva, you have my contact information, so you can call me on my direct line. I'll leave it on loud.
And
So
I have your contact information because I stole it from Onva when they weren't looking.
All right. And just so I'm clear, which would you show me which of these incoming messages was from you?
Is that to me?
Yeah, she shows like her little call log?
It goes the one that it's the one that says hi mom. The
really long voicemail.
I forgot I did leave her a voicemail at one point.
You did, and it says hi mom.
Yeah, it goes hi mama owned by something at the start of it.
Make an insight check.
Oh
man,
16.
Lonk, you wanted this roll of her. 16. As she turns the phone back, or the comm link back, you see, you can't see what she's doing, but technology, and based on where she's pressing that she's probably blocking your phone number.
I know.
Basically,
this isn't the first time Bulk's been blocked.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, unless you all have any questions, you are not ushered out, but invited to leave. As Anita stays back. Just above table discussion. You all are participating in an election. And so you have a bunch of tasks that she gave you. Like I said, creativity is welcome. If you can think of anything that would help her out or hurt her opponents, I am open to hearing it and playing it out. Basically, depending on what you guys do and how well you do it, it's going to affect their D100 rolls on election day. So we have 5 days, including today, before the elections start. If you do something that benefits Hinva and you do it well, then she's going to get a plus, depending on what you do. If it's something super creative and cool and you succeed, I'll give you a higher modifier to it. The most is going to be a plus 10 for any one task, but generally it's going to be a plus 5. If you do anything to hurt the other opponents, you'll give a negative modifier to their D100 roll, either a 5, between 5 and 10.
I'm just going to start discrediting the election now and saying it's all controlled by a secret cabal of lizard people, but not like a lizard people, like the lizard people from outer space, because there's lots of lizard people from outer space, different lizard people that come from below the ground lizard people that are controlling the election. That way, even in case Hinva loses, it'll destroy the democracy slowly and surely.
So you're just discrediting the whole campaign, like the whole election?
No. To be honest, Volk is at an impasse here. Volk's just gonna go, to be honest here, I'm at a loss at things we could do. I think this is widely a bad idea. I was just reprimanded for being, the only Herglick, that would be, easily recognizable. I don't want to go putting my face out there, even for a representative. Just sounds like a whole bunch of bad choices. But behind the scenes, I could probably do some stuff, doctoring content about this Aussie guy, or digging up it. We could just kill him.
What?
No. I'm kidding.
Physically hurt our opponents. I'm not sure what I can do to help.
What'd you say? It was kind of muffled.
Unless we want me to physically hurt our opponents, that's all I can do.
I feel like that'll still come back at us pretty hard. We'll call that plan. We'll put it low there on the chart. We'll call it plan Z.
Plan AA.
Well, I think she's using us. So.
Well,
That's all
mothers aren't supposed to use their children. That doesn't make sense. Mothers are supposed to love and nurture their children. That's what I've been told. I wouldn't know because
That is true.
I don't have a mother.
You hear just a
Yeah,
small
well-
sniffle.
Yeah, well, Hinva's different, I guess you could say.
Quick question, DM. I don't see me in the login thing.
You don't?
No. I see a Veer,
Still needy Kiji.
Niabila, and the Game Master AFH available.
Somebody signed in as.
No, I don't even see
Someone
me
signed
as.
Yeah, if somebody signed in as some, I think they don't show up.
No, they just show
No,
up
they
like grayed out.
They show up
They show
as yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Oh, I'm gonna make this one.
Maybe.
Save and return. Everybody's gonna reset, I'm pretty sure.
You got it.
Alright, one should be Nibby now. I gotta mess with the permissions real quick, but
what was the kind of content she suggested to Doctor about Asi? Did she say, or just generally Doctor content?
just generally doctor the just make up stuff. Or like if he has an ad that's coming out, you could try and like intercept the transmission and change
Spice
it.
is legal here, right?
Spice is legal, but it's still frowned upon for politicians
to be trading in it. So we could
engaged.
We could like doctor some sort of transaction he's taking part in the spice market,
we could claim that he's doing it. We could sneak in, knock him unconscious, and then rub it all over his face and take incriminating photos. Huh?
We could plant it on him as well.
Oh, but my way's more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's more risky too.
It does sound a lot more risky. I can probably doctor some sort of hologram of him possibly meeting with a certain Red Sun agent that we met with, and
Black Sun.
Black Sun. We could kind of doctor us out and him in. You know what I mean? And then also make a sale while we're at it. And if we want the Black Sun agents, they seemed like they are eager businessmen. We could make a deal with them to like get in on this and maybe back it up. That they work with so and so. See whatever his face.
We could start trying to pit against the Black Sun against this guy.
One second, let me roll something. I sized up them pretty well. I'm worried if we do that, they're just gonna kill him, and then well,
Avir would speak up and say, well, remember that while the Black Sun is able to do their business here, they're not exactly able to do whatever they want. Any kind of assassination attempt against a political figure would likely cause more trouble than it's worth for them. You see, they're able. It's almost a look the other way kind of relationship with the local galactic enforcers. You see, as long as they keep to their business and the Imperials stay out of the Black Sun business, everyone kind of lives happily, considering the tight control that
well, if you think he's not going to come into any physical harm, we do have a lie that is rather set up to play off of already with the Black Sun agent. We could just say that he was the diplomat, the off-world investor we had, who came into this product, which we are suspecting is hot. I feel like they would be quite upset if they found out that a congressman was stealing maybe from seized goods in the city. It could start a pretty big scandal there, you know? And then if the Black Sun got word out about that and made it public that this individual was taking seized spice shipments and selling them underhanded using a third-party vendor, I think that will work.
Where are you all discussing this? Are you
I assume in the
still
same
in
room.
the hotel, or so you're in there with?
Yeah, like
Because
unless they wanted us to leave, so they could discuss.
I would have walked out, but I'm still in her like apartment.
Yeah, I figured you guys are just out of the room, but you're still in the suite. This whole map is like her area, so the lower level.
She did say that weird compromised statement, which put me on edge.
I was saying that Asi Keje is in a compromised position because of...
earlier when
we entered, she said that one room was compromised. Let's go in here. And that would put me on edge about what room we talked about it in. So I would probably try to stay in that room or any other room that seemed...
Because, the conference room is what she was talking about, and she was mostly... I guess you don't know.
Yeah, we'll just
could
whispering.
I tell what she was trying to do with that then?
Onva, roll an insight check at advantage.
Deserve. I rolled 2 bad numbers, 12.
Well,
I would just roll. Honestly, I would just cast Smuggle. It says it dampens sound and light in the area, so I would just cast Smuggle and whisper.
Cool. So you all can even just be in like this room outside of here. Oh, my pings don't work. Oh, none of my modules.
You watch as I my staff, which I think I posted, but I'll post again because I love this staff. My staff, I just like bang it on the ground, and you watch as like a little like dish and like dampener just like comes out of the top of it, and it starts pulsing subtly. Exactly.
Yeah, I figured y'all had left because Onva was like straight up, I think she's using us.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think she would say that like in front of her mom.
In front of my mom.
But maybe. I mean, I'm not you.
I wouldn't say she's using. I would just look at her and go, I think you're using me.
Yeah.
Or
this again. Yeah.
Yeah. I would just try and call her on her shit. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
I feel like I was gonna say or do something, and then I got sidetracked.
Oh, you were saying how we won already the election. It actually just happened, and Hinva won. Onva won, actually. Onva's the senator.
Onva won. The first thing I do is decree Jedi cool beans.
Jedi are A-OK.
On Ord Mantell only. This won't backfire horribly with the rest of the Empire.
We live a happily ever life. Happily ever life. On Ord Mantell.
You just
we never run into problems.
You literally all you did is made Alderaan survive a little bit longer, as Ord Mantell is now target number 1. You bought him some time,
and then we sneak off to Alderaan. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, with the dampener going, Volk will go, well, I think that's plan number 1. I will start on that. Somebody else should do the lion. I've been told I have a poker face that is easy to read.
I think that we should. Honestly, I think we should do like the bare minimum of what we need to do for her. Personally, I think she's just lying.
I'm fine with protecting her. If she needs protection to go somewhere on this tour, it sounds dangerous and she needs protecting, we should protect her. No, she's your mother.
So, as you all are talking in this, not conference room, but like chamber
just in, like, the
room,
foyer, right?
Yeah, it's just like the chamber room. There's some, furniture around for sitting and relaxing, and there's a couple TV screens, and one of them in the background has been on this whole time. Turned to the election news, and as you all are talking, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Notorious great at perception.
Put them in the chat, please. Or roll in the chat if you're going to do that. Demur, you swear that you see a Minoc somewhere, but it's not there. So double click on your character or click C.
I start jumping around trying to grab the Minoc.
Oh, jeez.
With advantage, Netta?
Not unless you have advantage for perception, but just...
Do you get control of the wrong character?
I renamed you. You should not have control of that character.
That should be a 17, just so you know. Not a 19. I'll change it.
Yeah, it says Nibby Kidji.
Yeah,
it does.
Says Nia.
If you click, but you used your character sheet to roll it, right?
No, I rolled physically.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because it was just a 6. Okay.
Can we say I have Slimy with me?
I'm gonna say no.
Gotcha. And we'll call it
just
earlier
because,
next time.
Yeah.
I just realized I wanted to show him Ord Mantown, and I just didn't say it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of time 100%. In the next 3 to 5 days, depending on what y'all are gonna do.
Yeah.
But it just retconning something like that because of his effect on a lot of the party members.
True.
Is a little rough.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So Onva, Volk, Pee-wee, and Nibby, you all notice very interesting pictures popping up on the news channel as like tiles are set on 3x2 on this screen of Asi Keje in a very familiar position to the last time that you saw him. Multiple instances of him being caught and photographed in participating in extramarital affairs with his assistant, Celiana Char. His assistant and main campaign advisor.
I'm gonna write down that name, and I'm immediately gonna start looking up any information I can on her.
Okie dokie, let me copy paste this so you can have it written correctly.
I'm just gonna go, guys, I think I have another lead.
You could say that as you point, and then Demur, you are refocused towards the TV if you choose to be, by Volk pointing it out.
I'll turn in the air, but I'm still looking around to see where that Minoc got to.
Okay, that tracks, honestly.
I didn't get breakfast this morning.
That's right, you woke up late.
I made breakfast though. Alright, you didn't see it on the counter? It was that thing. Well, it was that thing that smelled up the kitchen.
Well, I was kind of rushing out the door when I woke up.
He said, I saw it. I just wasn't interested.
Yeah, I pop open my notes again, turn up volume of announcements.
Oh, God. Yeah, so you want to look up information on Celiana Char.
Yes. I would
Go
like
ahead.
to, and when I'm like primarily contact information. Like,
you don't want okay.
Also background, like I want everything, but like I do also want to find out how I can get in contact with her, because
okay.
Poor girl is a victim in all this.
Roll me a lore check.
A lore check.
Anybody who has proficiencies in lore can give assistance if they wish.
I can help you out.
Okay.
I have
Advantage?
proficiency in lore.
All right.
Wait, what's that? Two nat ones.
Is that?
2 nat ones.
That's amazing.
Ooh.
I was like 5. I have +4. What?
Isn't that interesting?
Advantage. So, Volk, as you go, you pull out your data pad and start to excitedly start looking up this person. You totally accidentally fat finger it, and you actually crack the screen on your data pad, and so it is not usable.
And
you can repair it yourself, or you can take it to get repaired.
Can also, when the screen cracks, can it have popped up instead of who I was looking up? Instead, it popped up the face of that intern we shot.
You took a picture of the
just like his like the news story or like his like employee profile or something, and just Volk has like flashbacks all of
Oh my god!
Especially with Nibi Kiji on his shoulder helping out again, it's just like flashes back to the moment.
The same. Too much the same. Yeah. So you're distracted for a bit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You don't see 2 nat ones in the Foundry chat.
His life fleeted so fast. He had so much to live for.
Am I wrong in thinking, by the way, as well, that the stuff that's on the screen right now is part of what we did last night? That's like the information.
Oh, you 100%. I don't even need a roll. You all assume that that's what you stole from the data tech lab offices.
Yeah, it's literally like one of the pictures is literally him having sex with her the other night, right?
Yeah, the last picture that pops up, it's like a 6 frame, and like photos are just layered on top of one another. This man is apparently not careful.
This is like, you can see us in the background of like the window period.
If you look close enough, there's a reflection of Pee-wee, eyes wide, making a wooga face.
No, even better yet, it's Nibi Kiji in the background shooting a blaster into the building.
Volk's like face is just like right in the camera in the direction, like, oh no, like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah, so this man, and on the news it says, Asi Keje, liar? ? Adulterer ? Who knows? And it's followed up by a screen that shows the current polls. Even after just a couple hours since you started speaking to Hinva, the polls read as Asi Keje at 33% with 97 votes, Grin Nandar with 40 votes at 13.6%, Saiti Cross at 78 votes at 26.5%, and Hinva Omo, I don't know why it's not written down, She has 26.9% of the vote, and I'm pretty sure that was 79 votes. So she raised up by about 8 points, and Asi Keje dropped by about 12. But her and Saite both received a very close of the, yeah.
Onva, can you go ask your mom for some money?
Why?
Because, I think I have another plan, that one of us can take on. I just think it's best we have some money for it.
What's the plan?
Bribe more women to come out. Because this is just one woman that the scandal was about, correct? His secretary, correct?
Yeah, all of the pictures are with his secretary / campaign manager.
We can make this story even worse by making a follow-up case of others, you know.
We don't have any evidence with others, though, is the problem. I think that's what's doing the big smear here.
Well, that's where the money comes in. I think we can gather with the right kind of like lubricant to people's palms. Volk has no clue what kind of gross terminology he just used.
I was about to say. Avir would speak up. Well, you know, we could use Envy and I to tail Asi for a bit. Maybe we could find the dirt we need. I'm sure that, I'd hope that at this point he wouldn't dare go near his secretary outside of business for the next few days, which means he'll have to get his pleasures elsewhere.
Sure, I think that's a good idea.
We could also go check out a couple of brothels. I assume this planet has a number of them.
There's clubs.
With a few coin, we could see if there's, you know, any familiar regular on the books. You know what I mean?
Maybe I have a feeling that he would probably make them not be on the books. You'd pay extra.
I mean, do they have to be honest?
We can always have, we can coax people into speaking out and lying, but we can also get first-hand accounts, people who've seen him coming in and out of the business or have worked with him. This is definitely one way to go.
I think we just need to, I myself, all I can do in this situation. I'm not so good at the tailing. I'm not so great at the, well, actually that's not true. I can help us all tail. Like if we all want to go gather information, I can do that. I like point to my staff as it's currently doing the thing.
Yes.
And then, but I think my purpose would be best hacking into some of these establishments, seeing if I can find any camera records of him entering them at various joints around the city.
We could use us as like a distraction.
Yeah.
To get you or Avir somewhere quiet to try and do this thing. You know?
I think Avir, all this time, I know Envy can slip off solely. I don't know if we can just send Avir and Envy to just stay on Keje, what's his name?
Keje.
Keje. Just Avir, as far as I'm concerned, stay on, report back everything he does.
It's something I've done in the past. It's also something let me check my character sheet before I actually say something that they are fairly really good at.
Yeah, I know Envy can turn invisible. So it's either we all can go and tail, which seems over the top, or just send Avir and Envy, which just might be, I don't know.
Well, what I will say is that because of the time crunch, and it doesn't sound like you're trying to do everything that was on the list, but in order to do a decent amount of things, you probably can't all stay together all the time.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, I think we should go to the club. I think that sounds like a good idea.
The club?
The clubs to see if there's any
the yes.
footage.
The coitus clubs.
That would be at the clubs, yeah. Either Club Crimson or Club Vapor. I don't think I see any other clubs.
So if we're splitting up people to do different things,
well, you happen to name the two clubs that I definitely planned to be clubby.
So if we're splitting up into doing different things, I would recommend, like, Volk's not going anywhere that seems to be like campaign ad or charismatic. That's staying away from that. But like, if Pee-wee wants to, that seems up Pee-wee's alley. Like, the big one is we could do something with these drugs and Aussie. That's something we are thinking about. Like, we could do a deal and link it all back to Aussie.
It's like we could, but then we would lose the drugs, which we could use, for our own benefit.
Yes.
No, I mean, to be fair, I would still say we keep the money. We just like doctor a video of him doing the exchange.
We're like pretty publicly known as like affiliated with with Hinva, right?
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's not like on news stations. Like, who are these aliens? A new politician's bodyguard? It's not like that. But like, the political world here knows that Hinva has hired new help, and that it's a crew of a variety of different alien races.
But they don't know them to be us specifically?
Not necessarily.
So we could hypothetically go as like a group sent by another politician to try and obviously, like do bad deals, the shady stuff as them.
That was what I mean. Yeah, there's lots of different things that you could do to.
So the deception.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the deception that like Volk thinks out is like, if we can go back to the Black Sun and go, hey, we were talking about that off-world manufacturer, and to be honest, that was a lie. Like,
yes,
it was stolen goods. The guy who stole it was this like shady senator, and I don't want to work with him because of this fucked up thing he's doing now. I will.
We get like a finder's fee.
That's kind of what I'm thinking of working in, is like being like, hey, I want to return this to its rightful owner for maybe a sort of finder's fee, but like Volk is not going to be able to handle that transaction. Yeah. Volk is going to say he can, but
I like that idea.
The price that the spice that you have is worth.
I have 33,600 credits written down from the first time you.
33,000 credits.
That
sounds right.
That's what you told me at the beginning, and that was with 60 tons. So I don't know what we've lost.
Yes. So yeah, it's 560 credits per ton, which seems low.
I get 60 tons of spice.
Seems like being a spice addict in the galaxy is pretty cheap.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I would think that like a pound.
You're going into a good business there.
A spice addict gets pulled over. Oh man, the cops found my stash. It's like a 1 ton crate of spice. How did you find it? Well, you're carrying a ton with you.
I'm gonna adjust that number. I mean, I'm gonna say it's still 33,600 credits worth of spice, but I'm gonna greatly reduce the tonnage because that does not make sense.
Okay.
Like 560 credits for a ton. Like a pound should be like 2,000 credits.
So we've got like 16 pounds.
Let's say. Let me math it.
That would be like 16 pounds. A little bit more.
I mean, closer to
Yeah,
17.
yeah.
It's a decimal between.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's say that you all found 20 pounds originally, and you now have 16 and a half pounds because of Nibikiji.
Do we mean tons or pounds?
Pounds.
Oh.
Pounds.
Yeah, you've
So
been
that
doing
it's worth
Mhm.
roughly about the amount that I gave you originally. Because otherwise 60 tons of spice would be like hundreds of thousands of credits.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Give me hundreds of thousands of credits at level 3.
No.
Please.
Time to buy an ISD.
Yeah, right. I want to buy that ISD, the one
What's an
floating
ISD?
above Ord Mantell, Imperial Star Destroyer. The big pizza, the danger pizza.
Gotcha. That's way more than like hundreds of thousands of credits. We just bought $1 million ship.
It actually would be gargantuan ship, sir. Wow. So yeah, you guys have like 16 and a half pounds of spice left.
Knowing that, I wouldn't have given that pound to me, but going forward, I'll know that.
We can say it was like a half a pound.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
It was definitely a little bit more, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more conservative of how stupid I am with the spice now.
Yeah, sorry.
No. It's totally good. I completely understand.
Yeah. I'm just looking back at this and I'm like, now that I'm here, this doesn't make as much sense.
Also, it's something that we got off a random encounter, so it's like
a random chance
this is
table.
more than
So
we had. Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm pretty sure Pee-wee rolled on the hyperspace thing, and it was like, you crash into cargo. I was like, oh, okay. Let's say it's spice, because it's 420 today.
And it's Ord Mantell.
Yep. That was when we did that part, was on 420, so. Good break. Okay, so, you all are talking, you see these things. What are you doing now? Did you guys come to a consensus of what you all want to do? Are you going to split up? It sounds like Avir is going to go scouting, tailing Asi Keje.
Correct.
Okay.
We want to know, I guess everything they're doing.
Yeah.
I think Onva and, Demur or Pee-wee could go and do the thing with the drugs. Maybe Demur, because he's strong.
Are you
I can go be the muscle.
What's the
let's work out the drug.
So we would come in and I would be doing all the talking, and I'd be like, hey, like what Crispy said earlier. It's like, we are off-planet.
I want you guys to go like 1 or 2, like to really sell it. Be it as like I'm doing this underhanded. Like I will,
exactly.
get you
like
the stuff as long as you can get me like, as long as I get like you should make it like you want to like be like a clean getaway, like you don't want to be associated with this at all, and also like a fighter's fee, so you can be like like a stress.
Like listen, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you who it is because of the recent I just don't know how to word it myself because I'm stupid.
That's fine. You have time to figure it out. So you and Demur are gonna go
do that.
See the Black Sun Vigo again.
Yeah. So considering how it's a lot less spice, would it be feasible for us to carry it on our persons? Like
20 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that could fit in a heavy backpack.
Yeah.
I'll carry it.
Sounds good. Yeah, like I'm the...
It's a not heavy backpack for Demur.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like throwing it around like a
and then I
football.
I think like the others could go do the club thing.
You're gonna go try and find out.
Well, I guess Pee-wee could be good for that.
Let me see. I think Pee-wee could.
Well, like I'm gonna do the hat.
No, Pee-wee cannot. Cannot do charisma stuff. I mean, he can.
Non-charismatic.
You still can. It just means that you won't have buffs to your rolls.
Pee-wee, if you want to come with me, the big thing I need is like I'm gonna do hacking in these things to get their camera records. That's the intent.
Just needs a distraction.
So I really need a distraction.
I can be a distraction. Pee-wee is a handsome motherfucker. You don't know this.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what
Pee-wee
we need. So
Pee-wee and the bee especially.
Pee-wee and the Beast.
Nabi
and the bee.
Nibby.
Pee-wee and the Beast.
Pee-wee
Okay.
and the Bee.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
Cool.
To get from the Viridian Tower Hotel to, are you all heading to the Calora District? Are you going to Club Crimson, or are you going to?
Demur and I have to go to the ship first to pick up the spice.
I'm gonna tell Nibikiji. Nibikiji. Okay.
Yep.
So you and I are gonna be on data collection. Pee-wee here is gonna be the big make a scene guy. Do not make a scene. We need no scene out of you. Unless I say code red. If I say code red, then your backup distraction. You know what I mean? Do like pull out all those wild card stops. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But don't get killed or arrested.
I probably should have included that. Yes, do not get killed or arrested. Or if you get arrested away from the rest of us. We'll get you out. Nibikiji, we'll do whatever we can to get you out.
Okay.
No man left behind.
Dear.
And then and also if I say code crimson, then all the stops are out. Just start firing.
That's too many colors.
I mean, they're just kind of just the same color, but two different shades of the. It's fine. Just play it by ear.
Okay. So does that mean you guys are heading to Club Crimson?
Ideally, both. Like we want to hit both. We want to like. Do we know his home?
His home?
Like where?
Oh, where he lives. Yeah, he lives in the Imperial District. So,
So Club Crimson's probably the closer.
But would he go to the closer, or would he go to the further? The one away from his home.
That's
That's why I want to check out both.
Well, so you would know if they're going back to the ship, you would know that you could walk pretty much together, and then you split up to go to Club Vapor. they'll make it to the space station, grab their stuff. Depends on how long you're going to spend there, but you could potentially meet up in between and then all head to the Calora District together. But, I mean, this is also, like, you're on separate things, so you guys could just do two totally different things and meet up at the end of the day. So, Avir is going to say, well, if that's all, you know how to reach me.
Yep.
Try not to reach me. It will blow my cover. Then he goes down the turbo lift with envy.
Onva, do you know what we want to say to the Black Sun?
I'm thinking about it.
Is it possible to give her potent aptitude? It lasts for, I believe, 10 minutes. Just let me know if that range or the time frame is just well out of range.
It is. They got to walk back to the space station to get the spice, and then walk to the Calora District.
How much does renting a speeder cost?
Less than 33,000 credit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we don't have 30.
Pay him
You don't
spice.
have. So it wouldn't cost much. It'd probably cost like 10 credits for the day. If you want to go hourly, it's 2 credits and then 5 credits per mile.
I'll do 10 credits for the day. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we want a speeder, like Volk will get us a speeder and just start dropping people off places.
I do remember somebody saying that you should ask Hinva for money. Were y'all going to do that?
Onva. I mentioned that to Onva. That was to... It seems that we don't need to, like, grease people's palms.
If you guys...
Or lubricate people's hands.
I think it wouldn't be against the idea of you guys trying to grease some hands at the clubs to bribe, right?
Well,
that was also talked.
Volk is asking you to go talk to her. And also while you're in there, if you could ask... She seems to have accidentally blocked me on her phone when she meant to go add me to her family contact list, the speed dial. So make sure she changes that.
I think it's because you keep calling her mom.
Well... It's a sign of infection. Yeah, that's what I meant. Just a sign of infection.
Not a sign of infection.
Infection, got it.
Infection. Yeah, she has an infection. That infection is love. And I'll pinch your cheeks.
Oh.
I like...
I feel like that is Unva's response. It's just... repressed
like
rage.
Just like... Okay. Good luck on getting that money from her. And then she walks out.
I looked at Pee-wee. She scares me, I'll be honest. Yeah, no. No money from Hinva then.
Okay. Yeah, but you could rent a speeder that will greatly increase one part of the party's travel for the day.
I think I should hold on to it so I can go between the 2 clubs with Pee-wee. Pee-wee, can you pilot?
And Nibby.
Yeah, Pee-wee's a pilot.
Perfect. Pee-wee, you are in charge of this speeder. Use it in your distraction.
We could all drive to like the Club Vapor, and then we start walking to the space station and come back. Once we're back, you're probably done. Then we all drive to the Calora District.
So
it's just the 5 of you.
Onva, you might want to disassociate with this craft altogether. You're going to a little bit of a shady location. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
You get what I mean? And also, are we sending you with anyone?
Yeah, Demur.
Yeah,
Demur.
I'm going
Okay,
to...
perfect. Yeah, perfect. Muscle. That's exactly what you need. Perfect.
Yeah, that is my weakness. I get cornered by a droid, a protocol droid, and then I fail to... I'm weaker than a droid. A protocol
Not just
droid.
any protocol droid, but yes.
It was Dwayne the Rock protocol, right?
Well, it was the stat block was 000, which is like a named protocol droid in the universe. So he's got like stats that are better than just a regular one, but not like much. But he's not like OMG OP.
Well, I think
So
no
was
matter
Dwayne
what,
The
he's
Rock.
probably better than my named strength, which was my demise. So,
So yeah, I'll mark off 10 credits. Pee Wee will drive us around.
right.
So
Let's
let me
go.
get this straight: is everybody riding to Club Vapor and then walking is happening, or is our Omva and Demur walking from VDH over to the space station?
I will follow Onva's lead.
Onva, disassociate with your mom and us as much as possible. After and before, I guess, but mostly after.
I'll just take us on like a very roundabout trip, so that if someone is following us, maybe they like don't catch us initially from the Viridian Tower. Where does he live in the Imperial District? Would we know? Imperial Barracks ish, or
No, those are where like the
or that
let me.
Where would he? Lantillian Estate?
No, that's a shipbuilder. He would have. I can edit this and mark it. Let me see. Where would he
just
have?
like hover over where you think his house would be.
Maybe this one. Oh, I can't ping.
But that over there. By
Maybe that one. It wouldn't be too close to the Calora District.
Volk,
but that is next to the prison. Maybe not there. Let me think about that. Right here. Behind Imperial headquarters, protected behind the power station, which has the big wall. Yeah, he'd be behind here. This is what's known as the senator's estate.
Oh man, I'm jealous of how short his commute must be.
Right. How about this, Volk? You have that sneaking spell still up, yeah?
Yeah.
Get us to where he comes from, and then we are visibly
Also rent
coming
a second speeder if you want.
away from. Yeah, we could do that. But us visibly coming out of his headquarters, if someone is following us, that is good, right?
Out of his headquarters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, where? So
you could help us get over there.
Yeah. So you want me to just drive us there, and that's where we disperse from?
Well, we could try and sneak over there, so that we're not connected to the Viridian Tower, but instead are connected.
Is it something if I use smuggle while riding in the speeder? Like, is that doing anything?
Let me look at smuggle.
I can read it up. I can link it, I mean, if you want.
Yeah, you don't have smuggle on your...
Oh, I have it here.
Sheet.
It was what I got this most recent level. You dampen sound, light, and dull the scent from creatures in your vicinity. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by enhanced means while within the radius. You can choose yourself as well. You can choose yourself as well.
So is it 5 total, or are you plus 5?
It's... What? It is each creature you choose within.
Oh, each creature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no limit. It's just anybody who can be within 30 feet of it.
Yeah, so I'd say within 30 feet, you could definitely encompass the entire car. It is the middle of the day, so
right? Can we is taking back roads even possible? Is my question. To kind of just avoid sight altogether.
You could do. I wouldn't say that. You wouldn't expect to not be seen. You could, fly casual.
Yeah.
On top of just taking a weird route. You're in speeders, so at this point, going all the way across the city limits, the farthest diagonal line.
But it would also
probably only take 20 minutes.
But it would also mean
spend. Go ahead.
Sorry, it means people probably wouldn't hear the speeder landing behind his house, or like people won't
Yes.
turn as you pass.
Yes, that
possibly.
definitely still happens. It's just the visual, like
Yeah.
the car looks a little darker, the windows are tinted, kind of deal.
We're gonna get pulled over.
But not like, yeah, like you'll still be a little less obvious, but you're not gonna be
People
like
are gonna be
invisible.
like, "Whoa, check out that silent car. That's
Yeah.
cool. Everybody, look at that."
It's like, oh, is that a Tesla? Like,
yeah. Well, I'll do that. I'll do that while we like stealth up to. So, do you want like a stealth check from the vehicle or something? Is that a thing? I don't know.
Roll a tech check
Perfect.
to see how
And this is plus 10 because
well
it's
this is done.
I said, and this
What'd
is
you
plus
say?
10 because of smuggle, right?
No, this is just the tech check to see how well you cast before you go, and then you could do like a stealth check.
Gotcha.
We can decide if we
Can
want
I
to
use my mechanic proficiency on this? Or I guess it's the same thing. It's gonna be a plus 6.
Yeah.
15.
15? Okay, yeah, you do a pretty good job of like you're standing next to the vehicle and you can't really hear the engine, the repulsor lifts going, and the ion engines in the back, the small ones for just planetary travel. You do know that the speeder that you're capable of, or the speeder that you rented is capable of airborne flight. It doesn't just have to hover. And yeah, you just got the one, correct? You didn't rent 2?
No, I'm flying us to basically his house, and then we're going to just part ways.
Okay.
Right?
Are you gonna take a weird route?
Am I going to take a
like
weird
not
route?
direct? Are you gonna go directly there, or are you going to
no,
fly around the city and then?
We're gonna. I mean, I'll say we'll take a weird route. We just want to be seen leaving it, right? That's fine, as long as we're seen leaving it.
Not all of you. Only Onva and Demur want to be seen leaving it.
I mean, the thing is, if we're seen leaving it too, it technically backs the story because we were the ones who originally went to make that deal. So we technically already are established on canon with this lie as working for him.
Or someone. Or
they don't know someone for him, someone. Yeah. But so technically, it still goes along with that lie. So if we get seen leaving the area of his estate, I don't know. We'll still try to fly stealthy away, but we're flying an odd route, concealed.
Okay. So I'll let the group decide if they want to do. Well, let me look if they have I'm sure they have a speeder stat block.
You should just make the pilot make the stealth check. I'm taking a shot in the dark and betting that Pee-wee is stealthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Crispy just really hoping that he doesn't have to make the check.
I'm not flying. Pee-wee's flying. I'm backseat driving, but I'm not flying.
I mean, Neeby's pretty stealthy if you need. And I can pilot.
I just have to control Fing.
Searching. +5.
Searching.
+10.
Searching. Oh my god, show me the stat blocks. Is this literally just a list? Oh, I'm just searching through 9 entries. This is just a fucking list. Oh my god, why did somebody link this?
Volk will make the stealth check. +10, what could go?
Fisto's Codex. What'd you call me?
God. It's not negative, guys. I got quick hands. It's
Yum.
dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Not negative for
I'm
me
just
either.
gonna say
Good.
I'm just gonna say that the speeder bike has a +2 dexterity, or not speeder bike, sorry, land speeder. Pee-wee, go ahead and roll a stealth check with so it's gonna be a D20 +2 +10.
D20 plus 12.
So that's RG, is that right?
You could just click. You see the dice. So the
Yeah,
second to
yeah.
last one, the D20, and then just type in +10, no spaces.
12.
Or +12, +12. Sorry.
Let's try, Mr. Dungeon Master. 22. That is average.
Actually, the first one, he rolled twice.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So
yeah,
it's actually 26.
Oh, that was Pee-wee's stealth. 26. Oh, that was good. Awesome. Perfect.
I'm cool by that.
Yep.
I'm cool by that as well.
Yeah, you take a weird route. You drive around the central district, like kind of south by southwest around, and you go south by southeast around. You go directly east for a bit. Pull up north. You go just around the border of the central district for a bit. Wisely, you fly around the power station just to make sure there's no trouble with the airspace there. As you know, it's heavily fortified and guarded. You make your way, and you... somebody make an intelligence check for me.
Ooh. Or
Somebody.
You can go for it.
just straight intelligence?
Yep, just straight intelligence.
17.
Okay, Nibby, you might consider suggesting to the group to drop them off at just the Imperial headquarters. It would be less conspicuous for someone to just get dropped off there, especially in like a tinted vehicle, and then they could walk through the headquarters to his estate before being seen leaving.
I mean, honestly, leaving the headquarters is fine enough. Like, we need to go all the way to the estate.
You guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys don't. You could drop them off here, and they could do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, if it's heavily guarded beyond this point, like, yeah, we would just go up to this point. Like, the point is, like, this is where we just branch off from. So, right? Am I mistaken? Somebody correct me if wrong.
Nope, that's good.
Nope, yeah.
Nope.
Then, yeah, we would just, like, pull up along the Imperial headquarters, and just kind of go from there. Still trying to avoid sight of any cameras. Yes, it's just like a matter of, from here, cameras can see us now.
Yeah, you all are tactically sat so that it's you and Pee-wee Volk in the front, Nibby's in the back, as he'll be harder to distinguish from other Jawas. And then Onva and Demur are in the back as well, so when the door opens, you can't really see exactly who's in there, but they see the two getting out. Whoever's watching, which you aren't sure if there is anybody watching, but
can I see if there's anybody watching?
You can make a perception check.
Perfect. Yeah, continue.
But yeah, Onva and Demur get out, and you all can drive off. Yeah, you have the golden gilded peepers right now, and you peep nothing. No, you all did a good job flying around, making sure that you were being pretty inconspicuous, and with the low sound being emitted from the speeder, not very many people even realize that you're up there. If anything, someone just notices, like, oh man, there's like a cloud. Oh, it's just the speeder.
Pee-wee, you're flying like a ghost in the sky. Keep it up.
You're goddamn tootin'.
Man of few words, but man of funny words as well. So yeah, Onva and Demur, you've been dropped off at the headquarters. The rest of you are heading off. Which one are you going to first?
Yeah, well, with the speeder, we should be able to get to both, so just the closest one is fine by me.
Okay.
Well, no, we have to double back to pick people up, won't we? Where are they walking to again? They're heading to, I am blank. Where's the
From
Black
what?
Sun? The Black Sun? Where are
Yeah,
they
they're
walking?
down in the
Walking-
Calora District.
We're walking up to the space station and then down to the Calora.
Wait, you guys are walking from the Imperial District?
We're gonna get a speeder. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, let's start with the group that has a speeder already.
Cool. Then we'll fly to the closest one, and start there.
All right. So you can fly. The closest one would be Club Crimson, which is directly south from where you all are. It's a fairly short ride, maybe 10 minutes with traffic. Shorter if you fly above the buildings again. A little dicier to do through the Imperial District just because of all the patrols and the ISD floating over the city. Which way would you all, Pee-wee, which way would you take them? Above the city or on the roads?
Oh, we're going above the city for sure.
Okay, roll another stealth check. So just a D20 plus 12, I should say, not a stealth, because it's with the smuggle. How long does smuggle last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, you need to recast smuggle to keep it up.
Fuck it, let's do it. That is
Okay.
all my tech points.
That's fine. You still have 28 for that. So yeah, you're able to get by. You're fairly unnoticed, and anytime you would by time people see you, you're already out of where you would be in trouble for being in. So they just kind of like, damn youngins and their race training, and yeah, you make your way towards the Calora District. As you get in towards the Calora District, you are flagged down and hailed. You hear over your speeder comms. Unidentified speeder, you're going to have to come through the checkpoint before you enter this district. This is an independent district in Ord Mantell. Come down or be fired upon.
I think they found us. Let's go through the checkpoint. What do you think, Pee-wee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, you are.
What's our story? Where we're going? What are we doing? I'll let you do the talking.
We're going to the club, I thought.
Right. Yeah. We're going to the club.
So you all fly
I'm
down to the checkpoint.
a clubber.
And as you pull up, you recognize this is the Black Sun checkpoint to get into the Black Sun area of the city. Nothing really special. You pull up, the guy there says,
Clubbing!
"You must not be from around here, are you?"
You go.
What?
I'm like, Bulk is in the passenger seat, just like really stiff, going, do it. Go.
Well, make sure you're careful. If you fly over our district without checking in, you will definitely face some dire consequences. State your business in our district.
Clubbing.
Clubbing? Who are you clubbing?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Bulk starts
You're going to the
headbanging.
club.
Clubbing.
Well, let me tell you that if you're going to go to the club, I recommend that you stop by Rena's Cantina first. You can get discounted drinks, and their happy hour ends in about 45 minutes. So if you head over there, you can get some good drinks before you head over to the club. And if you're participating in our extracurricular activities, tell them to send...
Those extracurricular activities, are those more of the shady, underhanded curricular activities, or of, like, the opportunities for learning?
Let me put it this way, pal. There's only one type of opportunity in the Calora District, and it's run by the Black Sun. Alright, you all are free to go. Be careful.
Could you list these extracurricular activities for me? So
He's already walking away from the...
I'm not
back
a cop.
to his booth. Excuse me?
I often get told I seem like a cop. I'm not a cop.
Why? You really aren't from here.
I'm not.
Don't make that clarification unless you want someone to look further into you. At least not here.
Okay. I put that on a notepad. Underneath, fuck, what was the term he read me right down? Oh, God. Pee-wee, what was the term you taught Volk earlier?
Kraken.
Get Kraken.
Or something. Get Kraken.
Get Kraken equals sex. You see under that says, don't mention not a cop. People will think cop.
Alright.
I'm learning so much today.
With the stop, it's a mere 15 minutes by the time you find some parking and make your way into Club Crimson. Oh, wait. Oh, PogChamp, everybody. Guess who has Club Crimson? Already ready. This was going to be Theater of the Mind, but now it's Theater of the Club Crimson. Ba-ba-bam.
Oh, this is depressing. I don't own any tokenless version of the club. Also
Don't worry. There are no tokens at the club right now.
So we're all staring at black screens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Where's the entrance?
Volk is Volk is actually already talking at the volume.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm just gonna turn on all vision then because...
TV starts to match your volume.
It is often hard to hear you from. Volk is not so versed in talking to short people, not well enough to know not to crouch down to their level when they're talking to you. He's been known to go full umpire squat when you say something. What was that, little buddy?
This is Club Crimson, right? So is this a code Crimson? Since we're at the Crimson?
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure if we go Code Crimson in this place, we'll be filled with holes quicker than you can say Code Crimson.
Okay, no Code Crimson. Gotcha.
We're gonna suspend Code Crimson till otherwise told.
What about Code Red?
Code Red is still a viable plan. When needed, I'm gonna need you to go all nonsense. But you know how to splice, right?
I'm pretty good at it. Let me check.
I'm pretty good at it, I think.
I am.
Step away from my computer for a second. Believe me.
Yeah, I can slice.
Oh,
I am expertise. So like I am good at it. I'm just like you could be a backup plan or a distraction, whichever you're better at. I'm like wild card. I feel is in your wheelhouse, but Pee-wee's got that handled.
Oh no, I can't. I got
You're not slicing?
Astro checks, tinkers, and security. No slicing.
Okay, so I have so I'll yeah. So you're just code distraction with just team distraction with Pee Wee. Pee Wee, you know what you're
If we
doing?
need to get behind a door that is locked, I can do it.
Oh, that's actually perfect. That might be what we need to do.
Yeah, so you walk into Club Crimson and you see that it's this rather large space indoors with a beautiful fountain and seated area right here. Multiple hallways and rooms where you can hear muffled music coming from. Just from rumors and your time spent on planet, you know that there are many activities to do here: drinking, eating, gambling, playing.
So many activities.
Yeah, the 4 major entertainment groups.
So this is just a foyer, basically.
Where you are right
It's not
here,
like
yes.
a club. It's not actually a club. It's like a fancy club.
Yeah.
But this is still run by Black Sun?
Yep.
Like it's still okay, so like this just to be clear, this would still look bad on the guy coming out of. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean,
This is 100% like
yeah.
a brothel, right?
No.
No, this isn't. Oh.
I mean, those kinds of activities can still happen here. In general, politicians don't frequent these clubs.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is still.
It's still It's a nice club, but it's not like a high end. Like they just keep it nice because they want return customers.
I'll just go to Pee Wee. Is anybody in this room with us? This foyer?
Yeah, there are. I'm gonna start filling it now. So as you walk in, there is kind of a guard standing to the door, making sure that people are behaving themselves.
I'm gonna size my token properly. Oh, I don't have.
Your token should be.
I was just gonna. There's a feature where you can edit your token. Don't worry about it. Or you can like change the size to be 1.6.
Do you need it smaller?
Where you're just like where you're still like this medium, but like it proportionate to other. I'll show you in my game sometime.
I have some of them the size change, like 3 frames by 3 frames.
Yeah, so like
stuff.
There's like a bar in the token settings where you can drag it from just 1 to like 1.6, and then it's still a normal size token, but it just like extends the boundaries. That's what I would do for Volk since he's like bigger and probably.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Okay. I was like your
I'll sometimes do the same thing with like small creatures since they
exactly
take up the same space. I'll just make their tokens a little smaller.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm populating the world right now.
Oh yeah, no.
But
totally.
you see a myriad of people. It's a busy place. It is the middle of the day, so some of the later night activities don't happen for a bit. But you could still, walk around, see the place, ask questions.
I'll tell Pee Wee. So what we're looking for first and foremost is just a place where we can jack in. That goes to you, Nibikiji. Keep your eyes peeled.
Jack in. That's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Not come through. Let's see.
It just could also be misconstrued.
Jack in. With a slicer's kit. I'm not sure why you guys are laughing. Stop laughing at me. I said Jack in.
DBQ's
Who
not
are you people? He's
now.
talking to like a different group of people.
So yeah, I was gonna say some random people who walk by are like, that doesn't start until about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. tonight.
I don't know what you mean. I just don't follow what you're talking about. Explain. No, stop explaining. Stop explaining. And yeah, can I make a perception check or something to see if I can find a place to?
I'm gonna see if I could do the same.
Yeah. So y'all.
This room is too populated to do anything with, honestly.
I mean, you could just look around and like start walking around and looking at the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Do we split up?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but if you split up, you could do rolls separately. If you stay together, you do rolls together.
I'm going to. Yeah, I want to stay with Pee-wee. I just look at Pee-wee like, if anybody comes up to me, I'm not even going to pretend to speak English. Or common, or whatever, galactic, basic.
You see Nibikiji just reach up and turn off his vocoder.
We're going dark. Oh, I say as I walk down the hall, speaking Arabic.
Utini. Yeah, give me perception checks.
13.
Pee-wee, you are also welcome to make perception checks here if you'd like. You know what they're looking for.
I rolled a 20, not nat.
Dirty 20?
Filthy 20.
True. Don't be disturbed by the danger bots.
Beautiful faces.
The danger bots are not danger.
No,
I just don't
having
have
flashbacks.
NPCs set up.
I know what moves they have.
Yeah, they aren't those though. They're just pictures.
Macklin is
Imagine
made
them
of
as
those.
people. Macklin is made of those. Oh God. Alright, perception checks. 20, 24. What was yours, Nibi?
13.
13? Okay. Nibby, you kind of have a hard time because of your size and the crowd here at the club. You have a hard time seeing like across the rooms and stuff. But you check out a couple rooms and you see, a gambling room where you see mostly sabacc being played. Next door, there's another gambling room with other card games and whatnot being played. You open the next door and you find a bathroom. Nothing really tech-driven. Volk and Pee-wee, you both head in different directions. Pee-wee, you just kind of walk down like the middle of the hallway, and as you walk towards the center of the building, the crowd does start to thin out. You get the idea that most of the entertainment rooms are on the outside, the outer edges of the building. And in room 18, you see through the window that there's just a singular guard standing in the door, and there's a bunch of databases within that room. Volk, you walk towards the southern end of the building, and you're just walking along this hallway 4 here. Through the windows, you could see in room 15, there is a type of business center that's being guarded, and in room, what is that window between the walls? That's all you can see, is that there is a room there that's being guarded that is like a business center, so you'd have a way to jack in.
That's a commonly used term in the tech industry. Volk is still arguing with people snickering near him.
But yeah, that's what you see. Those are the things.
So we did split.
I figured you guys did split up because you all went different directions.
That's fine. But we would regroup up doing it. So I saw like a business center, you said? Where?
In room 15.
15? With just I'll just regroup with people and go to Pee-wee again, just whisper,
Okay, did you have time to think of a good distraction? I think we need one of these rooms cleared so I can beep, 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 and pop on out there, you know what I mean? Okay. Nibikiji? Code red.
Actually, as I'm going around, can I just like pickpocket random people?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check and roll a D100 for me.
This worked out last time, so I'm not even disappointed.
Not like super great.
No, it'll all come together.
That's a 12.
Okay.
D100 is 4.
A 4. 0, 4. Okay.
0, 4.
Yeah. So the D100 was like what type of person, like your like choice in who you were going to try and pickpocket. And so you're walking down the hallway, and near one of the entrances, you see a guard, and for some reason you think you could try and pickpocket him. Let me see. You said a 12?
Where am I when he's doing this?
This is while you're looking for other things.
No, that makes sense.
The tone of that question.
And you acquire prison. No, I'm just kidding. No, you can get. What is this guy?
Do I steal his ID back?
You get 8 credits, and yeah, his identification chit.
Nice.
It was a low roll, but it was even lower perception. I was like, I'll make it somebody who actually has a stat block since you rolled the D100 so low. But then their perception is +0, so.
It did pass the pass.
Really passed the pass.
It did pass the passive. But the guards are actively, like, watching the crowds and stuff. Like, that's their job. So it's not like they're just standing there.
Yeah, we would regroup up before doing anything, and I'd ask everybody, what did they find?
I will hold up the guard's identification chip.
Does that just says that we're the guard? I don't think any of us are gonna pull off
Right,
the line that we're the
get through
guard.
doors.
Oh, okay, but there's guards in the doors. No, it was a good.
Oh.
It's a good steal. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, no. Look, I don't want to minimize your efforts here. It's just now we have to create a diversion. What places did you find on the premises?
Well, there's the bathroom, there's a gambling place, there's a another little room. I'll be honest, I don't really remember.
Kiwi, what did you find? Ace. Pee-wee's there.
Pee-wee?
Muted. But Pee-wee found the databanks. What do you tell us about them?
Pee-wee would tell you that room 18 has databanks, but it is also guarded.
Okay. Well, that is one of the best places I think we can get into. We find a way without getting the Black Sun against us. So I would recommend a distraction. Nibikiji.
That was a distraction.
Okay, I mean, I trust you fully. You have given me no reason at any point to not trust you. Bulk is 100% genuine.
Despite the person that I shot in front of you.
Non-flashbacks. Or, sees his face and imagines what that man's kids would have been in an instant.
Rip.
He's alive again. He was shot in the junk, though. Crotches.
That's true. It's a tragedy.
All
right, so
yeah,
while you all are coming up with the distraction...
Well, do you have one, Neeby? Or do you need a moment?
Do we have a grenade?
It's...
Do you have a grenade?
I do not, and I would not bring it up if we did.
Okay, I got it. It's okay.
I'll give him a heavy pistol instead. Okay. I'll just say, Neeby, it's there or this data center here. If you can cause a distraction at one of those, I would greatly appreciate it.
Wait, where? I can't.
The one down here, there's no ping.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the ping doesn't work, yeah. So it's either room 18 or room 15, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Is anything flammable?
So,
I mean, the person in there.
You have an agenda.
Can I activate my stealth field generator to go invisible?
Kind of sus. But yeah, you can roll like a stealth roll to make sure nobody notices, and then yeah, you'd be.
Can I give him help? Can I give him help by just like standing in front of him?
Yeah, could I just like get behind?
Yeah. Yeah, that would work.
Bulk there.
I'm gonna slide a hand him, tuck him into my sleeve.
So we're trying to get into 15.
I just go like this to somebody. Someone's drunk guy in the corner. I just go, and the Jawa disappears. I just look at him and go. You think someone?
We're trying to get into 15.
Yeah, 15 or 18.
Would I know if the door into room 2 there is locked?
Would you know?
Or could I like go over and like try to open it?
You can try.
Could I hold up if it doesn't open, I'll hold up the security badge to see if it'll open with that?
What room is 2?
The one he's right in front of.
I just mean like, what did we see?
You should. Oh, I need to restrict people's vision again. Sorry, I've been mapping. There you go. Now.
I'm blind.
But you can see, right? Your token has vision.
You should do restricted vision since light is, I assume, on in this club.
I can only see my token.
You can only see your token.
So I assume light is on in this club, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to put token vision you want on, but put unrestricted vision range, which is like 2 down from there on the settings.
Yeah. There we go.
Although
there you go.
Oh, there
we go.
That goes.
There we go. And then you guys should be able to see places that you've been before as well. I'm still working on the rest of the rooms, but I got a lot of stuff.
So these rooms we cannot see in, or have not seen in?
You have not yet. But yeah, if you want to knock on or you try to go in to room number 2, the door opens. You see just inside there's a guard, and there's like just a little gaming area. It's not. It's like slot machines. There's like an entertainment like TV for people to like just chill and hang out in the back area in 3. But yeah.
Okay.
There are like a few patrons. I'd say there's like a handful of people, like 3 to 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No. Guard like notes that you walked in and
Right. Are there any droids that I see around too?
yeah, so not in this room particularly because it's all like slot and automated. But at the game tables that you were at, you definitely saw droids that were like the card dealers and stuff. There's
Was
like
that in this
an
room here?
occasional. You went up north,
Oh,
so you went and saw like room 24, room 23, room 22 was like another gaming area.
was there one that I saw that was kind of off by itself?
Like secluded?
Yeah.
Your best bet would be 22 in the top left corner. It's right next to an exit.
This room up here?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go into the said droid is
one of the. Oh, while you're invisible, okay.
Yeah,
so the
don't
door
roll stealth check,
opens.
since it really
Yeah.
it just gives advantage on stealth.
Yeah, give me your stealth check with advantage. Let me roll this guy.
Is 17, so 25.
Yeah, you're fine. The guard, as you walk in, you notice the guard like looks and is like squinting at the door. He's like, "What?" And then he just kind of turns. Must have been the wind. And yeah, you are in there. You see 4 different droids at 4 different tables dealing cards.
Can I go up to the furthest one away from the guard?
Yeah, that would be down south more. Yep, there you go.
And I want to, using my Astrotex implements, can I like hack into it and like change its programming?
No.
Like give it a new thing to do.
Okay. Roll. What is it that you want to make him do?
I want to make it run out into the main like lobby area by the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Like just get up, walk out there, and then just start like knocking plants over.
Okay, so
And
just like
just,
go
like-
berserk.
Yeah, like just being crazy, like screaming, knocking plants over, not hurt anyone, but just start going crazy.
Okay, sure. Roll a tech check. I'm gonna say that the DC will be a little higher than normal, but that should be doable.
Natural 18 for 24.
All right, the DC was 18, so you're good. Yeah, you program the thing to start going wild out. So in the middle of the card game, it's dealing out cards to everybody, and then the droid just like freezes for a second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds. Everybody at the table's kind of, what? Hey, I got money on this. Hey, what's going on with your droid? And as the dude turns around to start yelling at the guard about what the F, the droid just gets up and starts walking off, cards in hand. and makes his way to the foyer. Volk and Pee-wee, you are just kind of waiting to see what Nibby's going to be doing.
Well, I went into...
I assume Pee-wee's probably doing lookout right now.
I went into this room here.
Oh yeah, you're at 3. Okay.
I did that when he went into 24.
Yeah.
Did I find? Is there any place nearby? I'm just kind of like.
Oh, sorry.
Going through the
Roll
motions.
perception.
Yeah. No. I wanted you to. $11.
11. Yeah, you're having a hard time finding something that'd be suitable for what you need. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought that somebody rolled like a nat 1, and I was like, wait, I don't have any sound cues that are supposed to play. But
Well, yeah. If I wouldn't find any in here, I would pull the slot machine once, and then go like, "Oh darn!" Thought that was it, and then walk out after literally pulling it once.
yeah. Okay. So as you're walking out, you see this droid coming out of hallway 9 towards the foyer, and as it comes out, it sees this bench, and it's got a couple people on it, and it just goes to the bench and starts lifting it up as the people hop up quickly, and he just throws it over. He doesn't throw it towards them so they don't get hurt, but he just starts going crazy on this room.
Volk instinctually goes, "Hey, stop that!" and like goes to intervene before going like, "All right, code red," and then like goes to the door.
All right, so as all this is happening, because
I'm going this way.
it is late and I am an old man, I'm going to call it here. And then we'll pick up tomorrow. Pick up tomorrow.
No take backsies.
2 weeks from
today.
2 weeks from today with finishing this and checking in on our stealthy boy Avir and checking in on our Trixies, Onva and Demur. Sorry to keep you all sitting there for so long, Onva and Demur, but
No worries.
Trixie and Muscle.
part of what happens. Yep, Trixie and Muscle, there you go.
What's your name?
Cool! I'm so glad to be getting back into it. I had a lot of fun.
Good session.
And,
good night, stream.
GG's, y'all.
Thank you for tuning in if you did, and